Welcome back, everyone. So we're not quite done with the mowing and the baling. I'm still gonna have to finish that up, but I wound up buying a good bit of things up in the store. I spent quite a bit more of the money that I made off that cake, and I kind of want to start getting our smaller fields turned over here. So we're going to start up the next episode here and pick up some of the stuff I bought. Oh, and run into the tractor, run into the field boss. Come on. Brakes on this thing are not perfect. Alright, we're gonna pick up some of the stuff that I bought up at the store and start working on the fields. I'm gonna have to move that baler too. So it kind of dawned on me when I was thinking about the cultivator that we probably do actually need to buy one, because the planter I have doesn't direct drill. So we will have to cultivate in between using the planter until I upgrade it. And I probably could have just went ahead and upgraded it right now, but given the fact that it plants and seeds, that would mean I'd need the planter, and then shortly I'd need to buy another seeder, or I'd have to use the planter as the seeder, and since it still doesn't direct drill, we'd still be in the same problem. So I did buy a cultivator. It's a big cultivator. And I also bought that John Deere that was in the sale category. Yeah. So I spent a lot of money. The cultivator was about $200,000. The John Deere was about $200,000. And that bale trailer was fairly expensive too, because I figured, you know what, we're probably going to need the larger bale trailer. And I'd be able to just have everything hooked up and wouldn't have to worry so much about doing trips in between with baling. And I'm not going to squeeze this back out, so we're going to have to take the John Deere back first. So all of that money we made is going to probably be gone by the end of this episode, or close to gone, because I still plan on doing a very, very large cow pen. Yeah. You know what? Let's do this. I bet I can put this on the front just for transporting it, because we do have a front 3-point. That's part of why I bought this tractor. I mean, it's really not the absolute best in terms of horsepower, speed, performance, anything, but I can use it to mow. So I think it was worth it, because that means we can quit using the 4755 as a mower. It doesn't work the greatest with the ultimate baling pack setup just because of the weight. So we don't have to use that anymore to do it. Now we can use this John Deere as our mower setup. Even though it's a little bit overkill for mowing, it's still cheaper than buying a Krone. So I think this made sense to me. I don't know. If you think this was a dumb idea, let me know. I feel like there's never too many tractors, though. And most of our stuff is smaller. We've only started getting some larger ones. So I think we're doing pretty good here. We're going to need another shed, though, or something, because right now we're just going to kind of have equipment all over the place again. And I think I am okay with that for right at this second, but it's going to get kind of old fast. So let's leave that there for the time being. Right now we don't need that bale trailer. The other one's picking up a pretty good number of bales. We aren't really getting as many bales as I expected to off of that large field. Alright, let's get this bale trailer out of the way, and then I'll bring back the Steiger, because then it can start cultivating right off the bat here. I had already bought the plow before I bought the cultivator. Otherwise, I think I would have tried buying the plow, switching it to the subsoiler, and seeing if it worked as a plow. or buying the cultivator and switching to the subsoiler to see if it worked as a plow. If you can follow my gibberish. Because that would have saved us having to buy the plow. The plow is a little bit wider, so it's not really a loss no matter what. Plus, it would mean we could even plow 2 fields at once if we wanted to, which we might, because I think we're going to have to plow in between each planting of corn. Apparently, I just can't move that baler. Alright, so let's get the Steiger back and get it plowing, or cultivating. Yeah, I know what we're doing. I swear. I don't think mulching the remnants of the grass will do anything, so I'm not going to bother with it. I could be wrong. Maybe I should run a roller over first to mulch, but I don't think it matters since I just harvested. Maybe if I give it another month in between or something, but we wanted to get the extra grass as opposed to getting any sort of field bonus for mulching. I'm not as worried about the couple % extra that we would get. We can do that the second time around on the corn. Because those cows are going to make us quite a bit of money. So we need the hay, and we kind of need the extra hay. Alright, let's unfold. Let's try and get this lined up correctly. Hopefully the worker won't get jammed up with that tree. If it does, we might just take out that tree because we really don't need it there. And let's get back over here. All right. Oh, never turned that off to begin with. Come on, turn on. There we go. Now turn the baler on. I gotta admit, it does kind of feel like blasphemy pulling around that giant case baler on the back of the John Deere. But I didn't want to have to try and switch around the case that's mowing over on the other side, the new case. So blasphemy it is. It feels dirty. It does. It feels real dirty. But oh well. Alright, that's that one. Let's lift that up so I can speed up and get back up to the top here because it'll be faster. Woo! And fly all over. It's not the most stable setup in the world, but this way we don't have to come back through and pick up our bales again afterwards. I did miss this patch. The worker missed this big old patch of grass up here, and I came back around and did some hedgerows and didn't get it, and I think we're just going to kind of leave it. I don't think we're going to be that hard up for grass or for hay. At least I'm hoping we won't. I mean, that's not even going to be a bale for me, so not at this size bale anyway. So we're going to leave it. And I'm going to get finished up baling. We still have our case mowing over on the other side. It is close to done, though. It's only got 1 or 2 strips left. We might switch tractors after that finishes. I don't think we will, though. I think we're just going to go ahead and be blasphemous with the John Deere hooked up to the case, because, you know, Christmas colors, right? Green and red. That's what we'll try and claim. Sure. It's not just that I'm being lazy and don't feel like going and switching to the other tractor because I'm being lazy. So we did get blocked by that tree with the cultivator. I've got it going again, and it just dawned on me that the original plan I had, which was part of the reason I bought this tractor too, we can also seed right now, because that cultivator is wider than this planter. And now we have enough tractors, especially that can run this bigger equipment. And we are close to fill on that. Oop, I need to turn on the help window so we can see that we are getting the right thing set. All right, we've got corn. All right, I will do this first strip real quick, I guess, because I know it's going to get blocked by the tree, because everything has gotten blocked by that tree so far. Oh, you know what? I need to do one stripe along this edge real fast. Well, you know what? It's alright, we'll just leave it. We'll leave it be grass and be wrong. That way I don't have to bother doing the stripe. The little tiny bit that we would be able to harvest off that when it's not our property just doesn't really matter to me. Oh, we gotta scoop back over a little bit further. Oh, that stretch in the middle though that just got missed bothers me. You want to the worker, and you're totally missing some. Cool, I'll have to go back through real fast. Let's get to you real quick, shut you off. Let's go get that little strip in the middle. I do wish this tractor was a little bit faster, but I mean, it was what we needed at the time. Alright, there we go. Hey, it made it through past the tree. All because we didn't hit the edge of the field. Okay. Well, maybe we'll just let that worker go then until this field's done, and then we'll come back through and hit the end real fast. Okay. That's going. You're almost finished up here. All right, let's get finished up baling, and then we'll be able to get those other two fields taken care of and get this one finished up. And once this bale trailer gets filled up, I'll just go grab the other one and load it up, just because we don't know exactly where we're putting the cows yet. And they're probably going to be able to take all of the hay we pull off these fields. At least I'm hoping they will. And I'm hoping we're going to be pulling off at least about 3 million liters off this field. Or all of these fields combined, I suppose. But I mean, all of these bales are all of the hay we pull off of the other fields already, plus what's come off of this one so far. So, fingers crossed it's all going to work out. All right, so with all of our baling done, we are ending up with, if I'm doing my math right or counting right, I think we've got 34 bales there at 72,000 liters. So that's putting us at 2.4 million. That might be a little short. I know at the very least, though, that'll get us through one cycle of grass growth. 2 months, 3 months, whatever it is there. I think that'll be fine. So we do need to get the cultivating set off a little bit better here. The workers were getting a little bit confused with not being able to get to the end and having to turn around and stuff like that. So we are going to kind of just do a headland around the entire field here, and then we'll get the seeder going and we will start working on the cow barn. This tractor seems to struggle a little bit with this cultivator. It really shouldn't. Maybe I need to throw a weight onto the front of this thing. I don't know if that'll help or what. It really shouldn't be struggling at all. Let's grab our seeder, and you do need to get topped up a little bit. Let's top it up real fast before we start planting that field. That field's going to take up all of it, probably even more than one tank full. These two fields are already planted, so I suppose I can bring the fertilizer truck over here, tractor over here, and get it going real fast too. We'll have to fertilize them and we will have to lime them, I think, but with only having one spreader, we can't do both too quickly. Maybe that's something else I should invest in. Maybe I should just buy another spreader. I suppose at this point we do have the money to do a large self-propelled spreader. Are you full? Yeah, must be full. All right. That small one, they haven't really been taking advantage of the entire width of it anyways that it's putting out. The only problem with doing this is they're going to be running into my other field. Now, the workers won't damage the fields, but if I accidentally run onto the field, I'm going to damage it. Or if they stop in the field and I have to drive off of it. Yeah, you know what? We're not going to do it like this. Although he's going all the way back, so he's going to reset at the edge no matter what. It's alright. We're gonna go down to the other side. Well, you know, we might as well do a... it doesn't matter if we do a pass. It'll be faster if we just drive. Or this side. I suppose we can just set it on this side. This side will be just fine. And then, you know what, we'll wait to seed because we'll need to do a headland around its seeding. Even if the cultivator won't deal with the headland, the seeder will. Okay, so let's grab the quad here and figure out where we want to put cow barn. And boom. Alright, so I'm not going to worry about the manure extension right now. It will collect manure inside of it too, so we don't have to put one up, but it'll be much easier if it's not piling up inside. Okay, so we've got it. Now we are going to have to buy all of our cattle. And we're going to have to bring over all the hay. You know, let's get the hay first. I think we're going to use the case. We're going to use the case, and we're going to use the new, bigger bale loader I got. Unfortunately, it does not hook up to the baler. And I'm willing to bet probably won't hook up to our bale wrapper, but that's alright. We don't have to always collect them all at the same time. Detach, pull forwards a bit. Detach. Alright, and let's grab our bale trailer. You know, if only I hadn't screwed up, we would have had 3 million liters of hay. What? Awesome, so we'll just have to sell this off. I could have sworn that worked with selectable bale capacity. I guess not. Does it work with the round bales, just to see? Nope. Okay, we will just have to get rid of this bale trailer then, because it's not going to do us any good at all. Well, that's a bummer. Alright, I guess we'll grab the John Deere again then, because it's got the small trailer on it. And we'll have to dump it off. And we'll end up having to buy another trailer, because we're going to have to sell that one back and lose money on it. These things happen, though. I kind of wonder if it got an update that changed it, because I could have sworn those worked with selectable bale capacity and ultimate mowing. Oh well. It's only a game, just like Looney Farmer always says, right? Okay. Let's pick up some bales. All right, there we go. See how fast we can go, hopefully without flipping. Motion blur. I don't know if that's coming through on the video or not, but I've got motion blur because of our speed. Okay. Oh, the case might not have fit in here. There we go. Now you unload it. Come on, please take them right off the trailer. Please, somewhere. Just dumped a bunch off the back of the trailer. I mean, I could take the time to just stack them all up nice and neat too, I suppose. But who wants to do that? Right? I mean, that's gonna work. That'll work just fine. And we aren't gonna worry about bringing over the other pallet of bales or half load of bales, whatever, not pallet of bales, but truckload, I suppose. Trailer load. We're not gonna worry about that right now because if it's holding this much, then they're good for at least a couple days. Let's do Holsteins. And I know we could buy a trailer and haul them over and I'd save a lot of money, but it's going to take a lot of trailer trips. And, you know, let's, of course, now that I'm saying that, I'm going to have to check. I don't think there's any even that hold 60. 36. Yeah, the most I could do is 36 cattle. We're not doing that number of trips. That would take forever. Because that'd be, what, almost 300? We're gonna make the money back by not doing it. As much as I want to do the full 1,000 and was originally planning on doing the full 1,000, we're gonna stop so that we have money for other stuff. Because I could only do 6 more. And even that's only gonna be another 240. No matter what, we can't do 1,000. So we're gonna stop at 540. That means that once they give birth in 9 months or whatever, it'll fill up if we don't fill them up before then. We'll see. We might not. I was originally planning on filling it and then throwing up another cattle pen and moving them at our 9-month mark-ish or 8 months so that they can just fill both cattle pens. Maybe we'll just do half full and then maybe we'll get another cattle pen and do it half full. I mean, that's about 600, it's a little bit over 600,000, isn't it? Anyway. They are eating. All of the hay is getting sucked back in. They're at 3% health and they're already starting to produce some milk. That's awesome. It's mainly going to be ancillary. It's going to be the milk and slurry we're taking right now. We don't have any straw to give them for manure, and we're not going to be buying straw. Since we can make straw, and since that's a really easy base game thing to make, we're not allowed to buy it. So, no buying straw, no buying wheat or feed. Wheat for chickens, I should say. Because we are going to do some chickens too. But we're going to let all of our cattle get nice and saddled and start really pumping out milk, because that's all going to go and make cake too. Because we're just being cheaty as could be. We really are. We're not being realistic at all. We kind of gave that up a long time ago. After, like, the first episode or two. Woo, come on. Yeah, we can't do third person on console. But this works. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It does really help me out. So does watching the video and liking it. And leave me a comment. Heck, if you want, just leave me your favorite smiley face, favorite emoji down in the comments. I would really appreciate it. Thank you all. Have a great day and happy gaming.